What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today, we are back in the driver's seat of the Jaguar F-Type Roadster. In my opinion, this is one of the best sounding cars that money can buy at the moment. So we revisited this car. We first filmed it a year ago or so, and Jaguar decided to send over the 2024 model. And quite frankly, when somebody says, do you want to test out a Jaguar F-Type R, even if you've seen the car before, you don't say no. So hopefully the microphone is picking it up. This car sounds absolutely amazing. What's powering this thing is a 5-liter supercharged V8 giving you 575 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. And it is more than enough power for this sports car. So we'll just hop into the looks and cover the car. If you guys want to check out my previous review, you can. But overall, this is a classic roadster. This is what a roadster is all about. The proportions on the car. The proportions, I'm gonna get to it. The proportions on this car make it a classic roadster. You've got that long, low slung hood and a really short tail, right? And then you're just here in the midst of it. And it makes it a really fun car to drive. On top of that, the looks of this thing are just absolutely jaw-dropping. Anytime people see it and they see you driving this car, they wonder what it is that you do. It makes you feel like a superhero. So you have the aggressive looks of the front. You have those slim headlamps of the refresh. And then, just the curvaceous hood with the heat extractors. Everything just looks amazing from every angle of this car. It's one of the most beautiful cars out. Now, as far as practicality, nobody is buying this car for practicality. Your fuel economy, if you guys want to hear me say that, you're looking at 16, 24 city highway respectively. Your trunk space, that's 7 cubic feet. You can't fit anything back there. But you're not buying it for that. You're buying it for that exhaust note. You hear that? That's why you buy cars like this. So it's not how many people can I take with me, how much I can fit in the trunk, oh, this gets good gas mileage. Nobody cares about any of that when you're looking at something like this. This is a $115,000 vehicle. And in this segment, when we review these exotic high-end luxury vehicles, I don't cover a lot of stuff like that. And people leave comments saying, well, you didn't mention, trunk capacity or leg room. When you're looking at cars like this, you should know what you're getting into. This isn't, the 101 review of cars that I'm going to do on cars like this. So taking a look at that side profile, again, you have that low slung hood and that short deck lid on the rear trunk with an integrated spoiler as well that pops up at speed. You have the 20-inch wheels that fit proportionally with the scale of the car. They don't look oversized. They look just right to make this thing look even more amazing. I love the hips on this vehicle. That is one of my favorite design characteristics about this car, those rear haunches. It makes the car look like it's just ready to pounce. It's just ready to jump as soon as you hit that accelerator. And with a 0 to 60 time in the mid 3 seconds, I think we can all agree that it is a car that is ready to jump as soon as you hit that accelerator. So as I always say, I tend to get these high-end cars in the dead of winter. So right now it's December 31st. We're officially in winter. It's a little cold. It was freezing earlier this morning. Right now it's about 50. But in a car like this, I had to review it with the top down to keep it 100% authentic with you guys. This is a Roadster. In my opinion, you should only be using the top if it's raining. That's just my humble opinion. Oh. So taking a look at the rear, oh my goodness. That V8 sounds glorious. That supercharged V8 just sounds amazing. Taking a look at the rear, my favorite aspect about that rear design are the way the exhaust pipes just stick out. No fake exhaust pipes. They're 100% authentic, just sticking out of the rear and let you know what this car is about, even from the back. You know, when you see those exhaust pipes, you know that this exhaust system sounds good in this car. You don't even have to know anything about cars to know, okay, that is a car that probably sounds amazing. Let me stick around for a while to see if we can catch the owner firing it up. That's the type of vibes it gives you. And you can hear it for yourself. I hope the microphone is picking it up and not distorting. If it's distorting, I apologize. Man, that just sounds amazing. So from the exterior, this again is truly a beautifully designed vehicle. Everything about the proportions for me is perfect. Now when you come over to the interior, we have a gorgeous tan leather interior. It's full leather. And let's talk a little bit about the way that's been incorporated. So you'll notice that the leather dash in front of me is black. The leather on the passenger side is done in tan. And the reason behind that is while the tan looks great, if you have it in front of you, in front of the driver, you're gonna get a lot of glare reflecting back at you through that tan leather. So it's black on this side and tan on this side. Now, oftentimes I've reviewed cars where they've done a full tan or red leather and it looks great, but it's a pain when it comes to visibility. So again, you really want that black leather here and then whatever color you choose over here. I think it's been executed extremely well. Now we do have air conditioning vents that lower if you turn your air conditioning system off. They lower and give you a nice clean look. I'm gonna cut the heat back on because I'm not gonna front like it's not cold out here, okay? We do have an infotainment system. It's not the most up to date, I won't lie. You know, there's no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And the screen, the angle that has been installed in this car, it's easy to get washed out. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's like that in every convertible. No, it's not. You know, there are different angles that manufacturers use to prevent this from happening. And they also have different finishes that they put on the screen to prevent the washout. So unfortunately, you know, that was not the case in this car. That's like the only flaw that I could find in this vehicle. And after all, you got that. So nobody's really buying this car for the infotainment system. Honestly, you got your Bluetooth, you're good to go. Coming lower, we do have your knobs here for your air conditioning system. But if you push the knob in, you can control your heated seats and ventilated seats as well. The last model we reviewed, it didn't have heated seats in it, which was a bit of a disappointment. This one does have that option. The heated seats are okay. They're not the warmest, but they do get the job done. Coming further back, I do have my gear selector and a button for my driving mode and the exhaust note. Now, when driving a car like this, you always want the exhaust button to be on. Let's not lie. Let's not kid ourselves. The exhaust button should absolutely always be on in this car. You want to hear it breathe, especially when you're ripping and grabbing gears. Coming over to the seats, these are gorgeous. I love the texture and design here as well. I love the tan. I love how the Jaguar symbol is embossed in the seats as well. They're comfortable. The side bolstering keeps me in place. It's what you would expect in a Roadster with a bit of luxury to it. This is a Jaguar. They're going to hit you up with some luxury. So the seats, they fit this car extremely well. And again, probably one of the most beautiful aspects of the interior, if you ask me. This car is just so quick. V8 supercharged two-seater Roadster with all-wheel drive. What more could you ask for? The door panels covered in leather. You have controls for 3-position memory and your seating. Door handles done in gloss black. Just a tiny bit of storage in the bottom of the door here. Again, we're not chasing after practicality. The steering wheel done in black leather. The steering wheel is heated. Behind the steering wheel, I do have a thin film transistor display, which is bright and vibrant. I have no problems with seeing the information I need to see while driving this car. This thing sounds incredible. Yeah, so when it comes to a fun toy like this, what more could you want? I mean, that exhaust note, again, it's one of the best sounding. And this car is competing against vehicles such as a Porsche 911 or a Mercedes AMG GT. Now, as far as the handling, Porsche has that on lock. But this car does handle superbly. But, you know, Porsche, that is a precision machine. As far as the AMG GT, I'm a Mercedes person, and I'm just going to be honest. This car sounds better than the AMG GT. The noises coming out of that exhaust system, the AMG GT at this point just doesn't have an answer. I mean, that car sounds good, but it doesn't sound as good as this. That AMG GT has turbos in it, and it's not going to give you a sound like this. It's just not. So, if you are a Roadster person, or people who like GT cars like this one, let me know which of the three you would choose. It would be a hard decision for me because I love that noise, but nobody does luxury like Mercedes, and no one does handling like Porsche. So it's a tough choice, but this F-Type is an amazing vehicle by anyone's standards. If you're a true car enthusiast, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Between the all-wheel drive, you know, you got the torque vectoring by braking, while it can apply the brakes to the inside wheel during a curve, causing a torque shift on the vehicle for better handling. You know, it's got all the stuff that you would want a vehicle like this to have. You know, I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. We've already done a review on this one. And again, at this level, you guys know what these cars are about. So again, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Sounds amazing.